Good morning, everybody. Morning. And welcome again to our second week of Heritage House for this year. And today we're going to be hearing the story of Dr. William Connor. Anybody know him? No. You know the Connor School? No. You know Village School? Yes. Right. So, and today we welcome Miss Marcia Jeffers, and she's a dancer, and she's a Sunday school teacher, and she's going to tell you the story today about Dr. William Manasseh Connor. And so let's welcome Marcia. Yes, and thank her for joining us today. Yeah.
Good morning, everyone. Okay, there's nobody in here. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
All right, for a minute I thought I was alone. It's such a pleasure for me to be here. I've been like really excited to read to you guys since last year. Could you imagine? I was waiting and I called Auntie Willis and I said, please, I need to speak to those children. I love reading stories. And I didn't get on last year, and I'm so excited that I'm here today to share with you. And the person that I'm going to speak about is standing right beside me. Can you see him? Tell me one thing, one word that comes to mind when you see him. Anybody? He's tall. He is so tall. Do you want to be that tall? I don't know. Maybe I'm not that tall, but he was really, really tall. You're gonna go taller than him. Good for you. And this morning, I am going to speak about this famous person, Reverend Dr. William Connor. You think you heard his name before? Okay, so I'm going to tell you a little bit about Reverend Connor. He was born on the longest day in the year. Bet you didn't know they had the longest day in the year. The 21st of June, 1921. So here's a trick to remember him. He was the tallest man, and he was born on the longest day in the year. And do you know, the 21st of June actually starts the summer. How many of you love summer? Like you say goodbye to your teachers and you go to all those camps and you swim and you just eat off everything in the house? Yes, everybody loves summer. So Reverend William Connor was born on the first day of summer. His parents were George Connor and Mary Burke, and he has 6 siblings. Now, I was born in a family, and my mother had like 12 children, has 12 children. She still have all of them alive. I am number 8, so I have how many siblings? If my mother has 12 children, how many siblings do I have? No mathematicians in the house? My mother has 12 children. How many siblings do I have? 11. I think I want to give you something. Now, I know it's summer and I know children like candy, so I'm going to ask Azan. Am I calling it correct? Yeah. Come on up here, Azan, and you're going to grab me my chocolate bowl. I walk with a chocolate bowl. Anybody love chocolate? Yeah. Of course. Right, here's my chocolate bowl. This one. Take it up for me. Take up the bowl. Take up the entire bowl. Now you can't eat the entire bowl, so you're going to take out one. Very good. That's for you. Good job. Let's give Azan a big clap. Wonderful. So you know that I'm not doing a lecture. I'm doing a discussion. So you have to help me, and you're going to get some candies. All right. So at the end of it, everybody should have one. All right, we don't have cake today. Maybe if you behave nice and contribute, I'll buy you a cake. Just maybe. So, Reverend William Connor had 6 siblings. And his favorite subject was reading. How many of you love to read? I see one hand. Azaria, I see 3 hands. Okay, reading is very, very important. It helps you to speak properly. It helps you to know about Like you learn a lot of words. It helps you to learn about different countries and cultures. It helps you to spell. Yes, Isaiah. Reading is fun and every child should love to read. So I'm going to challenge you this summer. Get a book and read something before school open. A fun book, okay? And tell me about it. Now, Reverend Connor, in his young age, he attended the St. George's Anglican Church. The St. George's Anglican Church, just like Reverend Connor, is a tall church. Who knows where that is? Where in town can you find the St. George's Anglican Church? Yes, Cadmiel? Keon Street. It's touching another street because Keon Street is very long. Who knows the other street that the Anglican Church is? The corner of Keon Street and Church Street. The church with the clock, and it has a big yard for you to play. Anybody goes to that church? All right. Your aunt goes there. Okay, awesome. Yes, well, you know, have a friend that goes to that church? The St. George's Anglican Church? Right. Yes, well. And your house is right by that church. Awesome. So, Reverend William Connor, he attended the St. George's Anglican Church as a little boy. And in that church, he went to Sunday school, he went to church every week, and he helped around with the priest. He rang the bell, and he assisted in preparing for the services. Now, at the age of 10, something seriously sad happened to him. He lost his father. That's really sad. I feel even sad. Now, I lost my father at the age of 12, so I kind of know how he felt. And it's not good to lose anybody who you love. But Reverend Connor was very determined. And because he lost his father at the age of 10, 1 year later, at the age of 11, he had to stop going to school. Imagine you stop going to school at 11. How many of you are 11? How many persons are 11? Zuel is 11? What if your mommy told you have to stop going to school? Would you like that? No, because school is fun. You do so much good things in school and you learn a lot. And so it would be really difficult for you to stop going to school at the age of 11. To go to work. Work is so hard. Sometimes work is boring. But Reverend Connor didn't have a choice. His father died and he had to help his mother around the house, and so he had to work. His first job was actually in the cotton fields. Now, long ago, St. Kitts grew cotton and we grew sugar cane, and most of the jobs were working in the field, and that's what he did. Have you ever seen cotton growing anywhere in St. Kitts? Yes, Malia, we have you seen cotton growing? At your school? What school do you go? Sky Academy has cotton. That's awesome. Lots of children don't. I'm going to challenge you. That's your homework. Say, Mommy, Daddy, please take me to where I can see a cotton tree growing. I want to see what Reverend Connor actually did for his job. And so at age 11, he was in the fields picking cotton and not going to school like some of you. No, he had another job. He worked at the Hamilton's soda factory, and something sad happened to him. He lost one eye. Like, I have one eye. How many of you would like to lose one eye? That would be awesome, Isaiah. I'll tell you this, if you walk around the house just blocking out one eye and you tell me that you like that, then maybe you'll get your wish. But I'm not wishing that for you. Our eyes are there to help us. And so he, unfortunately, lost his eye working at that factory, and that was very sad. That's why he has on those dark shades. Because, you know, as children, we like to bully each other and scorn each other when we look different. And so when he was small, remember he was just at age 11 and working, his eye he lost his eye, and so he had to kind of cover it up because he was very embarrassed and afraid to show it. You know what? I really don't know exactly, but I know it was at that factory. That's something for me to research. Yes, maybe he fell, maybe something knocked it out.
How did his eye get knocked out in the first place?
I really don't know. Maybe he had like something flew and knocked it out.
I think maybe the glass cap.
Maybe the glass cap, because remember it's a soda factory. Back in the day, back in his time, sodas were sold in glass bottles. So maybe the glass actually popped in his pupil and it wasn't able to be fixed, and so they had to take it out. That's really sad, isn't it? Yes. But that didn't stop him. So he went further and he worked as a postman in the Newtown community. So that's a lesson for us right there. If you are met with any difficulty, or if you are sick, or you have a broken limb, or whatever your challenge is, you do not stop. You keep moving on and you just have fun with it, because life has to go on, right? Next slide. So we're going to learn something else about Reverend William Connor. We're going to talk a little bit about his life as a pastor. That was one of the things that he loved to do, because attending the Anglican church, he learned a lot from going to help with the priest and from listening Sunday school. He was from the village area, and he saw some little children just roaming about the streets, and he said, hey, maybe I can start my own Sunday school. So this is what I'll do. He started a Sunday school. The first batch of children were 13 children on his first day. Because he went around the village and he saw a lot of boys and girls. They looked like they needed somebody to talk to. They looked like they needed help. And he said, I'm going to start a Sunday school to help these boys and girls. Just as people think, the Sunday school grew. The boys and girls who he started with, they started telling their friends and their different stories, their neighbors. And so the Sunday school grew to over 300 and 500 and 700. So the Sunday school got bigger and bigger and bigger. Oh, could you imagine a Sunday school with 700 children? That's a lot of people. Too much. Yes, that's a lot of children. But he tried and he worked with them, and he was able to teach them what he learned in Sunday school. And here's where they used to meet. There was a little house in the village, black and white, very small, called the Unity Friendly Society. What was the name of it? Unity Friendly Society. Now you have to stay with me, because remember, I have a bowl of chocolate and I have some snacks, and this is very important facts for you to remember. The Unity Friendly Society was in Hainsmith Village and that's where he kept his first Sunday school class. But you would imagine, as the Sunday school began to grow and grow, he would need another space now, wouldn't he? Do you think 700 children can really hold in that little house? Look at it. No. So what do you think he had to do? He had to make it bigger. Taller. We're talking about the house. See? Now the Sunday school grew. It was the largest in the Federation, and they started calling him the Sunday school giant, because he had so many children, and remember, he was so very tall. So he really looked like a giant with all of these children, and so he was named the Sunday school giant. And just as Azan said, he needed to make the place bigger. So in 1963, now I have to remember these dates, on the 5th of March, remind me what date I said? 1963, on the 5th of March, Pastor Connor and 21 converts. Out of all of those children, 21, they were really serious about what he was telling them, and they went to get baptized. So he started the Antioch Baptist Church. And I feel so very proud, because that's the church I go to.
I know that church.
You know that church? Where is that church? Is it in Bastia? Is it in Sunny Point? Is it in Greenlands? It's in Bastia. Okay, we're going to learn where that church was built, and we're going to learn more about that church. But 21 of them, they were baptized at Limekiln Bay, 5 o'clock in the morning. They went to the beach and they were baptized. Now, on the 12th of March, because he had so many children, he decided, all of these children can't even hold in this small space. I need to buy a piece of land so I can build something bigger so that these children can actually be a little more comfortable. And so he bought a piece of land for $2,750. Now that's a little bit of money in today's age, because the land costs so much more. But at that time, that was expensive. And so he saved and saved and saved until he got to buy this land. Now look at where we're at. From that little house, we have a new church. The church was built on Infirmary Road, still in the village. Infirmary Road. Everybody say Infirmary Road. In what date and what date was the church built? 1966. So let me see who's following. How long did it take them to build the church? The church started in 1960. No, the church started in 1963 and it was built, the physical building, in 1966. How many years, Malia?
3 years.
Come for chocolate. See, Malia is paying attention. 3 years. Now, at the end of my questioning, who has the most chocolate gonna get something special. So you have to be answering, okay? Right. So 3 years it took them to build the new church. Does it look a lot better than don't it look a lot better than the little house, the little black and white house? Yes. What was the name of the little black and white house? The Unity. Friendly. Society. Another chocolate for Malia. And one for Zuriel, because Zuriel is a part of it. Yeah. Yeah, he did. You can give them a clap, you know, because they're doing so well. So let me tell you a little more about this church. The Antioch Baptist Church was situated in Infirmary Road. Now what he had to do, because he had so many children, he then got a bus. Now back in those days, or we call a van. Do you see it? It looks kind of, yes, it's right there. Now he couldn't transport all of those children. He went around the village. He said, Mammy, 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 calling up all the children to Sunday school. So he was inviting them to Sunday school because he knew Sunday school was something good. They learned a lot about Jesus. They got to meet their friends, and he was able to help them. Now, do you go to Sunday school?
Yes.
Yes. Do you invite your friends to Sunday school? Yes. No? Well, that's your homework, Malia. I'm challenging you. You have to invite one. I'm not going to pressure you now. One of your friends, and you know your friends are looking at you and listening right now, and your mom is listening. One of your friends, you invite them to Sunday school on Sunday, okay? Wonderful. I know Malia, she's going to keep that promise. So that's part of his life as a pastor. No, because he read so many books and he traveled the world, he was what we call a visionary. Because he started the Sunday school and he saw the growth of it. So I'm going to tell you some other things about him, and then you will learn more about what he did as a visionary. He did not only stop at the Antioch Baptist Church. He went further and he launched over to a village named Boria in Lodge, the Lodge village called...
I know that church.
You knows that church?
I know that church.
Have you ever been to that church?
Yes.
What is the name of that church? Don't read it. What is the name of that church? Come as you got it right. Mount Carmel Baptist Church. He started that church just 1 year after he started the Antioch Baptist Church. So we see here that Reverend William Connor actually had a movement going on. He had a big thing going on. He started in the village in Bastia. Yes, Miss Merritt? Sorry? I'm not hearing hearing you clearly. You have to pull the mask down a little bit and speak a little louder. All right, one chocolate for you. Very good, Miss Merritt. So he started the Anti-Baptist Church in 1963, and then he started the Mount Carmel Baptist Church in 1964 in the village of Lodge, or what we call Boria. And it's still moving and moving. He started another church downstairs. He started another church in the St. Paul's area. That was the Calvary Baptist Church. But I want to tell you about a special man, Pastor Kelvin Jones. He was the pastor at Mount Carmel. I'm just putting that there. Pastor Jones was from Mount Carmel. When he left Mount Carmel, he went to the St. Paul's area and started another church, the Calvary Baptist Tabernacle. Who knows where that is right now? It's not in St. Paul's anymore. It's in Sandy Point. Very good, Malia. Come. Do you see? Yes, you were going to say it, and I missed your hand. You went to that church? All right, so you know where it is. No, Calvary Baptist Church. The pastor there was Pastor Calvin Hazel, and he still is the pastor after all these years. So these three men, they really pushed to get the gospel out there, and they really worked hard because of the work that Reverend Connor started. This is Pastor Calvin Hazel. Have you ever seen him? No. Do you know him? No. That's okay. He's still alive, and he's still working at Calvary Baptist Church in Sandy Point.
How about
All right. No, Reverend Connor, he's still on the move because he's a mighty man, and he constructed 2 more buildings because he figured, I am going to invite some missionaries. Now, missionaries are persons who come from overseas to preach the gospel and to help. Like when you have a hurricane, you have persons coming over and they're helping to fix back the place, and they give you food hampers. So they invited missionaries, and they said, if I invite somebody to come, where would they stay? He built a mission house. Right next to the church, there was a mission house, and then he said, with all these children that I have, I need to teach them something. So he built an academy. Now, the Baptist Academy was built in 1990, and there he taught young girls how to type. He taught young fellas. They started a sports club, and I will tell you all of the other things that Pastor William Connor did. So let's recap a bit. He started the Anti-Baptist Church in 1966. No. 63. Come on, Cadmill, very good. 63 in the village. And the second church he started would be that one? 1966. No. The second church he started.
1976.
No. Cadmill. 64. Good. What was the name of that? Come on, the chocolates are multiplied. Come on, Cadmill. What was the name of the church in 1964? Mount Carmel Baptist Church, come through well. And he started a 3rd church. Remember, this is a Baptist movement. What was the name of the 3rd church? Yes, Miss Merritt? Not quite. Let's see if Azan can tell me. He said Taco Bell. Now, Taco Bell is something, is a place that we eat tacos and you're thinking about food, you're hungry, Azan? Let me help you. Tabernacle. I want to give you the chocolate because you really started. And then it's not Taco Bell, it's Tabernacle, okay? Calvary Baptist Tabernacle. And that was in St. Paul's, and it's situated in Sandy Point right now. Okay, moving right along. Reverend William Connor, he was a leader. No, I have have a list of things that I'm going to share with you that he actually did, some of which I mentioned before. Firstly, he started what we call a Sunday school savings. How many of you save your monies? Like if your mom gives you $20, you have like a piggy bank to save? Awesome, good job. That's a very good practice. He saved. So he encouraged the Sunday school children to start saving. They came with a card, and whether it was $1 or a quarter or whatever little they had, they saved. They call it a penny bank, but we know that it was just like a little credit union or a small bank, and that was awesome. Another thing he did, he started a sports club. You see, like we have a lot of boys in here, and boys love sports, don't they?
Yeah.
Yes, so he started a sports club for the boys. He did the Oxford Sports Club. For the girls, no, because he had a lot of boys and he had a lot of girls. He started a touch typewriting class. So, we didn't have computers in 1921. We didn't have computers in 1957. He started a typewriting class just for the ladies. And he taught them to type. You type letters and you type memos to have a meeting. And yes, Azan? Yes, like Oxford Dictionary, Oxford Sports Club, yes. One of the groups he also started was what we call the Wycliffe Crusaders. This was a group of young men who rode their bicycles. Anybody can ride a bike? I can ride a bike very well. Awesome. And they rode around the village and they rode in throughout the country and they shared the gospel. Just like how you tell your friends, Jesus love you, or you can do it, or don't do that. They encourage persons to go to Sunday school. That group was called the Wycliffe Crusaders. I showed you a picture with the bus. No, Reverend Connor was the first person in the Federation to introduce church transportation in 1964. Now I know there's a lot of dates, don't let them confuse you. But I just want to remember, how many of you go to a church that actually has a bus? Yes? What church is that? What church you attend, Malia?
Catholic church.
The Catholic church has a bus.
That's our church.
That's your church? All of you go to Catholic church?
Yeah.
For the school?
Yeah.
Right. What else, Julian?
Wesley Methodist.
The Wesley Methodist Church has a church bus. Even if you don't go to a church that has a bus, have you ever seen a church bus? Tell me a church that has a bus. Yes, Miss Destiny? She's thinking. Gonna come back to you. Yes, Azaria. Hey. Antioch Baptist Church, we have a bus. We had a bus with the first who started. We actually have 2 buses now. But it's 2021, so everybody has their own car, and we encourage people to carpool.
Not every church that has a bus. Rivers of Living Water.
Rivers of Living Water has a bus. Chocolate, for those of you who answered. Thank you so very much. Yes, you answered Turiel. Azan answered, Malia answered, and Destiny. You have an answer for me? No? Not yet? Think about it. Okay. No, this is a big one. In 1966, and I want you to remember this date, 3 years after the church started, there was another movement. This is very dear to my heart because it's something that I look forward to every summer. Vacation Bible School. Do you know what that is?
Yeah.
Have you ever been?
Yeah.
Zion? Am I calling it right? Is Zion or Zion? Zion. You've been to Vacation Bible School? At which church? Your church keeps Vacation Bible School? Tell me one thing you do at Vacation Bible School that you love. Why do you even go to Vacation Bible School? Is it fun?
Yes.
Yes? Come here, come for your chocolate. Vacation Bible School, Reverend William Connor was the first, but what? like things you give, you're gonna get a little cat boy. So that's on you. No, he's ahead of the game, so those of you who answer it, he's gonna get the big. Okay. That's a breather. Thanks for that. Yeah? You throw me off there. So Vacation Bible School started in 1966. And then another important date for you to remember is 1983. Reverend William Connor was given the wonderful opportunity to speak for our. What happened in 1983 for St. Kitts? Independence. And it was a big thing, and that was very, very important to our federation, and he was chosen. The government asked him, can you please give the keynote address? Can you please be the preacher for this service? And he encountered Julian, and that was something that was humongous for him. He really, really enjoyed it. So, we go to what we know as Vacation Bible School. Now at Antioch, those of you, anybody has been to Antioch Vacation Bible School? Like you can actually see yourself in this picture. We have devotions, and we have a nice big match where we give you a flag and you march through the streets of Basel. However,
And you have to take this flag.
yes, you have St. Kitts flag. Now there's a little song that we sing in Vacation Bible School that I want to take a pause to teach you. Do you want to learn it? It's very simple and it's very fun. The words are there. Vacation Bible School we go all the days of the week, because it's 1 week, Monday to Friday, to serve the Lord. And I'm going to sing it, and then anybody can sing it? If you can sing it for me, if anybody can sing it, you're not going to get a candy, you're going to get a big snack. Anybody can sing it without me? Okay. I saw Zuriel's hand first. So you're going to try now. You have to sing loud for the world. Remember, the world is looking at you. I'm not worried about the tune, but if you know it, you're going to be able to take a snack. Let's listen. Let's see if you get it right. Put down your mask a little bit. Vacation Bible School. All the days of the all right, yeah. Come, Zuriel. I know you can sing it now because you heard it. So Zuriel can take any snack he wants from this basket. This is a treasure chest. So the questions I'm going to ask, you're going to get one of these. If you can do it. Good. Your choice. Good job. And I'll leave it right here. No. Like your hand goes up. Let's see if you can get it right. Just ask Zuriel.
All the days of the week to serve the Lord. Vacation Bible School. We go all the days of the week to serve the Lord.
All right, give it a clap. And come on here, come and take a snack. Anything you like. Woo! She has that nice big lollipop. And Cadmian, your hand goes up. One more try. No? Let's go. Awesome. Come Cadmian, you get a snack as well. So we're going to learn it. Okay, all the lollipops are gone, just two. I know you like lollipops, but a lot more snacks left here. No. It goes a little bit just like how they sang it. Vacation Bible School, we go all the days of the week to serve the Lord. Vacation Bible School, we go all the days of the week to serve the. Sing it with me. Vacation Bible School, we go all the days of the week to serve the. One more time. Vacation Bible School, we go all the days of the week to serve the. One more time. Vacation Bible School, we go all the days of the week to serve the. Awesome, awesome. And that's the song we sing when the children marching into the church, and it's so awesome. That's our entrance song. He was a hero. Because if you're going to do so many things, you set a Baptist movement, you construct all of these buildings, you have Sunday school over 700. Now that's heroic to me, don't you think? Yes, and he should be one of our national heroes. So we'll wait and see how that goes. But as a hero, he did all of these things. Another thing he was... Oh, you know it. He visited Queen Elizabeth and he was awarded the Queen's Medal, the office of the British Empire. Now, last week I was looking at it at home and somebody else also had that. What was his name? Last week. Sir Cuthbert Sebastian. Yes, Machiavelli the first, Sir Cuthbert Sebastian. Reverend Connor also received that award, the same award that is very prestigious, and I'm pretty sure that one of you will grow up and do famous things like Reverend William Connor and Dr. Sebastian, and you will get that award. But fireman can get that award as well. Judges can get that award as well. You can be anything and still get that award. Now another award that Reverend Connor received was the Citizen of the Year, and this was organized by the Progressive Nationals of St. Kitts in the field of sociology. Remember, he started with all these children. He used to feed them, give them ice cream, the typing class, the biker boys, everything. And so he was really an important figure in society. In 1983, he gave the keynote address, as I said earlier, to over 23,000 people for our independence. He also received an award from the state of Kentucky. He was commissioned to the Order of Kentucky as a colonel. In 1986, he was awarded again in the city of Lincoln, state of Illinois. He had an honor. They honored him as well. And so he had so many awards. He does sound like a national hero, doesn't he? Okay, we have to fight for that. Another thing that was important, in the state of Georgia, he was appointed as lieutenant. So he was a colonel, he was an officer of the British Empire, he was a lieutenant, and he was a lieutenant as well. There is a school that is named in his honor. In 1988, yes, Azaria come, Dr. William Connor Primary School, and I am going to say that it's like the best primary school ever. Anybody agree with me? Yeah. Nobody agree with me? Yeah. Like that's my primary school and I love it. That's yours, Destiny. Congrats. I'm going to be biased right now. Destiny's going to get a special snack because she goes to that special school that Dr. William Connor. Why? Give Destiny a clap for going to William Connor School. Alright, and there it is, Dr. William Connor Primary School. The school was renamed in his honor. It was first the St. Johnson Village School, and it was renamed Dr. William Connor Primary School. Now his legacy lives on because the school is named after him. I went to the school, I went to his Sunday school, and so I'm teaching. A lot of persons carry on his legacy. And so, let's talk a little bit about his legacy. Now, I now gave you a lot of information. But in 1990, now this is a very sad moment. In 1990, the 11th of November, he died. Could you imagine?
That's sad.
Yes, that is sad. You wanted to see it? Now, I don't have a video of the funeral, but because he received so many awards, he had a burial with full military honors. So he had the flag over his coffin. He had the soldiers marching up the wall. How many of you like to see the Independence Parade?
Me.
Yes, so his funeral was big, 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 big. I believe he had the biggest funeral ever in St. Kitts. Like, I look at that thing, and when you reach Green as they right by Dr. William Connor School, you still had persons like way down by Westbourne, got like down by Uncle T's. A lot of people went to his funeral. He was a mighty man. He was very, very important, and so he received full military honors. Now, when I die, I would like to receive that kind of, but I don't know. Yes! And then they shoot off the gun, boop, in the cemetery. Yes, full military. But I heard that you actually had to be. Yes, so at the time of his passing, he had 41 years as a Sunday school teacher. How many years? Like, I am not even that old. So he was a teacher even before I was born. 41 years, that's a long time. And he had 27 years as a pastor. But during his lifetime, he just built up this nation. He built a federation. He was a nation builder. And so we have to give thanks for Reverend William Connor. And you cannot forget his name. Reverend William Connor. What's his name? Reverend William Connor. Good. So the first pastor, yes, Cadmill? He was tall. Look at him right here beside me. Oh, no, he asked how come the coffin was so small. No, that is just the picture. Is the angle, maybe the photographer was on a different angle, so it doesn't show the length of the coffin. But that's a good question. That is a big snack. You're thinking. Come, Cadmill. I love thinkers. That tells me you read anything you want. All right. Wonderful. Now it's going down. It's going down. So let's recap a little bit. Antioch Baptist Church, it started in 1963 with Pastor William Connor. The second pastor, when he died 1990, Pastor Jones, Kelvin Jones, he was the pastor. And then the third pastor in 2002, which is still the pastor, is Pastor Lincoln Connor. No, Azan. He died in 1990. This now is the third pastor. Do you know this guy? Who knows this guy? This is my pastor. His name is Lincoln Connor, and he is the third pastor of the Antioch Baptist Church, and he was the great nephew of William Connor. So you see, the legacy lives on through his family and through us who attended the Sunday school. Who goes to this church? Who has ever been to this church? You've been to that church? Yes, Malia?
Wait, I think I've been to the church that the picture was of that big stone. I think I've seen that.
That's my church. That's the Antioch Baptist Church. That's the church that he started and so many years ago. So the building, as you can see, is changing from the little black and white to the other one on Infirmary Road. And then we have this nice one. Now, who can tell me where the new Antioch Baptist Church is located? If you say inside the point. No. You said you've been there, Gershon. Tabernacle, no. Listen to the question. The new, this one, the white one. Where is that located? Yes, Xavier? Close to the movies, comparatively close to the movies. There's a building next to it. Who knows what that building is? Amiga is in the area, Commissariat. The funeral home is in the area. You're missing a very important building. When it's hurricane season, not the community center. NEMA, very good. The National Emergency Management Agency, Cadwell. NEMA is right next to the church, or the church is right next to NEMA. So now you know NEMA is your grandma. So from very humble beginnings, we see that Reverend William Connor was able to do such great things. Now this year, what year is this? 2021. What year did we say he was born? 1921. So this year would have made him 100 years. Who Who wants to live to see 100 years?
Over.
You want to go over 100? Wow, that would mean you have to eat properly, you have to exercise.
Last that we talked about last class lived up to 100. If he was living that.
Yeah, Gerson, oh my God, this student is white for me. Come, Gerson, you were here, you were thinking. Dr. Cuthbert Sebastian would have also been 100 years this year. You were listening, awesome. Yes, Miss Merritt? Yes, he was 95 when he died. Now, it's time for the questions. The screens are over, so you're not going to get any help. Now, some of you have snacks already, and we have the chocolate for those who don't have any anymore, or who didn't get, because everybody has to get. But this time, I'm going to ask some questions from the story to see if you were really listening. Now, my first question I'm just going to ask them on top of my head. In what year, now you have to put up your hand because we don't shout out. In what year was, no, I gave you a lot of dates. In what year was Reverend Connor born? That's the hand I sit with. 1921, come. No, they're going to go really fast. Awesome. Good job. You have to clap. Come on, let's cheer them on. Encourage each other. Wonderful. How old was he when he began working? Malia? No. We're not doing the shouting thing. Do not shout at me. I want to make sure he was 11 years old. Thank you. All right. Why did he have to stop from school? Azia? Because his father died. Good. No? You want a chocolate? No? Okay, that's okay. You want to give a chocolate to somebody? Okay, he wants to give his chocolate or the snack. Chocolate, and you give it. See, caring is sharing. Reverend Connor would love you. All right. Now, where did he work first? Azan? Not a soda factory, but I'll give you a snack. That wasn't his first job. Remember, he worked somewhere before the soda factory. Yes, Gershon, don't shout it out. Grayson, I'm very sorry. Thanks for correcting me. Grayson. In the fields. What kind of fields? In the cotton fields. Come, Grayson. Good job. Awesome. Chocolate? Sure. No, you can choose what you want here or here, okay? All right. Your hand is up and I didn't ask the question. Azam. How many converts were baptized first at the first baptism? Malia? 13? No. That's not the number I'm looking for. Zuriel? 21. Come, Zuriel. Good job. Remember, 21 of them were baptized. Who can tell me the date when they were baptized? 5 o'clock in the morning. You can tell me anything else?
19.
What's the date? What's the date? Well? No, you're guessing. No, you say 5 o'clock in the morning, so you get a chocolate. Come, Malia. 5 o'clock in the morning at which bay? Who remembers? Azan? Lankeel Bay. Come, Azan. Keep the clapping going. Good. Which month? No, that's the beginning of the church. When the Antioch Baptist Church started. His first church. Because that's the day they were baptized. Who remembers that date? That date is very, very important. Yes, Casimir? The 5th of March, 1963. All right. And my basket is almost finished. All right. Now, there were 3 Baptist churches. Antioch was one, I need the names of the other two. I'm going to call on somebody who I haven't heard, Xavier or Xavier. Can you tell me another Baptist church that was a part of the movement? Calvary Baptist Church, come. One more, Baron. Baron, I need you to get a snack before it's all finished. Azaria, that's Calvary Baptist Tabernacle, that's the same church. Remiel, don't remember? Destiny, Xavier, it's in Sandy Point, that's the same church. Yes, it has a C in it. Isaiah, you gonna make a try? Yes, it's car, it's 2 syllables, car something. Carmel, Mount Carmel Baptist Church. Come Xavier, very good. Mount Carmel Baptist Church. So that's 3 churches. Now, because Reverend Dr. William Connor was such a tall man, and he was such a visionary, he has a good legacy. Now, tell me some of the things that he did to make him so important. Maliam.
He built some of the Anglican church.
Built the Anglican church? No, not quite. Azan? You have a question? Yes. No, you're going to answer that for me. Azan is asking who was teaching the children after he died. What do you think? Yes, the third pastor. And what is his name? Lincoln Connor. Come. Good job. And I'm not sure if we're going to give away a snack. Or you want a chocolate? Okay. We have 2 more and then we have some more chocolate. We're finishing up. We're wrapping up. Yes, so in 1966, he started a great movement with a lot of children marching around town. What was that called? Vacation Bible School. Let's go. Good job. And we have 1 more in this basket, and then we have the chocolates. You have to tell me something else that he was known for. So he started Vacation Bible School. He built some churches. What else did he do? He was so very important. Yes?
He was a hero.
Yes, but what did he do? What do heroes do? What did he do that make you think he was a hero? Destiny. Sorry? He saved. Hey, I like that. He was a superhero. He saved. Come, Destiny. He saved the day because remember, the Sunday school started with children who were just on the street, not doing anything, and he saved them. Basically, took them off the street and fed them and taught them how to. He taught the girls how to type. He taught the boys how to play sports. Yes. And he also taught them about we just said that. The girls, he taught about God. That is very important. He taught them the gospel, and that is very important. Now I want to encourage you to make sure you attend church and Sunday school. Whatever church and Sunday school you go, it's very important, and you have to remember this great man. What is his name? Reverend Dr. William Connor. Let's say it together. Reverend Dr. William Connor. So that's a name that you have to remember. Now, I'm going to afford the children who did not receive any chocolate at all to come. Remy, come. And who didn't get a chance to get chocolate? You can take 2. Want another one? Take another one. Varon, come. Destiny, you have this chocolate? Now, everybody's supposed to get this chocolate. You can take 2. Take 2. Awesome. Because everybody must be happy. You all were so very attentive. Take 2. Yes, who didn't get chocolate? This Bobby is chocolate. I know it tastes really great and I want you to taste it. Now, I know Zion took for him and his entire family. Right, Zion? The prize. No. Drum roll. We have to... All right. Now you have to count the number of chocolates you have. Now there's only, you have to count the number of this chocolate that you have. And who has the most? You have to have the most of these. Let's get the numbers. You have 3. Azaria has 3. You have 3. You have 4. Malia has 6. Wow. You have 5. You have 5 of these chocolates. Awesome. Anybody? So I have 5. I have 6. Anybody has more than 6? You have 2. Okay, and most of you have 2. Now there is, you see this shirt that I'm wearing? If I can stand a little bit. Who is this on my shirt? What's his name? Reverend Dr. William Connor. Awesome. And I have a shirt for you who got the most chocolate. So come Malia and come Azan. Give them a big clap for being so attentive. Give it to me, please. Behind the box in the white paper. Behind the box in the white paper. Yes. So they have their, come and stand next to me. Good job. They have their shirt. I want you to wear it with pride. And when you wear it, you say, you know this man, and you tell them all about it. Okay? All about it. Give them a big clap. Thank you. I had fun today. Did you have fun today? Yes. I had a lot of fun, and I'm happy that I was able to share with you everything about Reverend Dr. William Connor. So when you see the school, Destiny goes to that school, you go with pride. And when you see this shirt, you wear it with pride. And when you hear anybody say anything about him, you say, I know that man, and he is a hero. All right? And nationally, and nation builder. And a pastor and a Sunday school giant. He could he's not going to squash you. He loves children. You want to stand up to measure to see how tall you are? Okay, they need to get this like. Okay, that who's think they're tall? Come Azan. Come and measure up to everyone corner. Woo! You're like half, like where his fingers are, that's your head. Who else want to measure? Okay, now you have to tiptoe to get that tall. But you're still growing. Who else want to measure? Come. Give Azaria a chance to measure. Oh, there you go. So you're halfway there. So maybe when you reach a little bit 16, 18, thereabout, you'll reach his height. Come, Destiny, come and stand next to Pastor Connor. So when you go back to your school, you tell all your friends that, woo, Destiny, you're halfway there. Good job. Yes, they're right there on the line. Come, Merritt. Merritt wants to measure. Let's see how Merritt will reach. Would she make the line? Oh, she's right here by his glasses. Right there. So he's just going to tap you on your head and for a good girl. Awesome. Malia, come, let me see how tall you are with Pastor Connor. Woo! Malia is up there. Yeah, Malia. Almost his shoulders. Anybody is taller than Malia? Come, Zuel. Let's see if Zuel will be tall like Reverend Connor. Oh! Almost at his shoulders. All right. But you see, if you're almost at his shoulders now, you're going to grow and you're going to be bigger than he is. So. So Reverend Dr. William Connor was a hero, he was a visionary, he was a leader, he was a fun man, a fun tall man. When was his birthday again?
His birthday was
today. No. Yes, Cadmiel? June 21st, I still have some more chocolate. June 21st, and he was born in 1921. He would have been how old this year? 100 years. Good. You wonder how he looks in the coffin? How do you think he looks in the coffin? You know? Azan, I love your sense of imagination. Reverend Connor would love you. Remember to read. He was a reader. What's your favorite subject, Azan?
Printing and math.
And math? Okay, that's good. Now you should love school and you're going to be big and like Reverend Connor, a leader. I want all of you to be leaders, okay? Thanks for having me. And I'll see you next week. I'll look at you next week. I won't be here, but I'll see you next week.